What are you doing?
What? Are you on air?
Yes. Get over here.
I'm coming. I haven't tested any of my gear out this morning. I was too busy.
Let me know.
Doing nothing.
Okay. Let's see. You're which one?
Oh, hey, look at that. Everything works.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Maybe we should do this not getting ready thing every week, and then everything will be fine.
No, it doesn't work that way.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
Let me get comfortable.
Yeah. Get my tea. I got my tea.
I had to shut the curtain to our door because I couldn't have anyone
concentration.
We couldn't have anyone looking at us.
It's a concentration thing, and she's not even looking at us. She's just sitting looking at her.
I don't mean Courtney. I don't care. I mean, if anyone else comes in.
If a guy came, you mean a guy? If a guy came,
we're just ragging on men this morning. Sorry.
Yeah, let's just continue. I think it's fascinating. It's a good topic for everybody. Everybody wants to know about guys, right?
Not everybody, I don't think.
What do you mean?
I don't think everybody wants to know about guys.
Sure they do. What do you mean?
Kristina's wearing glasses today, and she's so smart looking. I don't even know. I feel like everything that I want to say about afro bushes and stuff is completely now inappropriate.
I just think it's so cool that you can put on glasses and you can project a different aspect of your personality.
I feel so frivolous all of a sudden, and
but you're very cute and summery today.
No, I'm not.
Look at your little t-shirt.
I'm all grubby.
You've been mowing for 4 hours
since
mowing. My friend here mows before dawn. That's the kind of person
I have a
she
wedding.
is.
I have a wedding this weekend, and we had to get the site all tip-top again. And, of course, there's always things that happen that you don't expect. Well, we've been doing this wedding business for a while now, so we're pretty good about, here's check, here are the things we have to do before the wedding happens. And usually that's fine. We have those under control. But, of course, we live in Vermont, and we're poor, and there's lots of other variables. So something always happens that adds about a zillion things to your list, like your car dying, and now you got to go get it before it gets towed because you left it at work yesterday, and one of your horses ate the boards off of the top of its corral, and they fell, and you just put it back with rope, and it's right in the middle of the waiting area. So now you have this kind of ghetto-looking paddock. So you got to fix that, and then.
Love it. If people are going to have their weddings in Vermont, they're going to have to just deal with that stuff. I'm sorry.
And then we've decided our parking signs are inadequate. Everyone ignores them. If you have some sort of venue or an event, and if your parking signs are kind of small, if the size of your sign is the correlation of how much people care about where they're supposed to park. So if it's a small sign, people think, oh, well, that's just a suggestion. We'll just go and park basically at the altar. That's what we'll do.
Oh.
Of this wedding site. So unless you have a sign that's as big as a billboard that screams at them, you must park here. They won't. They'll just park wherever they feel like parking. So our little cute parking signs need to be exchanged with giant table size.
I have 2 parking signs. I have one that says drive
park here or die.
No, it says drive in. I have one that says drive in, and I keep that by my front door just as a kind of a joke.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have the one that says parking.
I've never seen that.
It's so cute.
Where is it?
It's by the front door.
I guess I haven't seen it.
Because I don't really have to park anybody.
Right.
So I just use those signs for pedestrians.
Yep.
It's a multi-purpose. Signage is so important,
I love signage.
Signage tells you a lot. Like that new sign at the Vermont Route 110 Quick Stop. That's actually a nice sign. The place that just reopened.
Oh yeah, they have gas. Thank you God, they have gas.
And I saw the sign and I thought I like the sign, which is
round,
so unusual.
Right? It's a round
and
sign.
it looks hand painted.
Our signs are round and hand painted.
Well, the worst
doesn't
sign.
mean people park where you tell them to.
The worst sign in Vermont. Weren't you depressed when Cool Jewels put up their sign on the main intersection of
in Montpelier,
in our capital, right at the main intersection? This rock store put up the most ugly
Rocks
sign.
as in the geological.
I like the
kind.
store. Like, I like the stuff. Yeah.
Their sign is just a long, skinny one that wraps around two sides of their building.
It's so ugly. It's so ugly.
It's sort of like a
it's
burgundy
blue.
or what? I thought it was like the color of your
blue.
shirt
Oh, well, let's find
with
out.
yellow. Wow, in my mind's eye, I'm picturing it, and it's not.
Boy, I bet you'd be great in
You'd
be great in a police lineup.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I have no memory.
You would think that you knew the guy.
I'm
You'd
usually
send him to jail for a long time.
I'm usually good at faces, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding you. I like you. I don't ever really in my heart give you a hard time.
I know.
It's just on the show. It's fun.
I know. Ditto.
Yeah. So what else can I give you a hard time? What's with your Uncle Welch?
Which
your
one?
Uncle Welch's.
I heard. Which one?
The one that has the horse that's not there. Where's the horse?
Oh, he died.
No.
Yeah, he died a long time ago,
No,
Kristina.
he did not.
Yeah, like a year ago.
No, he did not. I saw that horse recently.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry. But I tried to foist some of my mini horses back off on him so he would have something to farm, but no, his big draft horse.
Oh.
Well, he had his draft horse for a while and it passed away, and then he had his daughter's horse in his pasture for a little while, and then that one was also old.
Did they
and
look
passed
similar?
Away. Nope. No, they didn't. But I was just sort of figuring maybe he's lonely without horses anymore, so I tried to give him our completely useless miniature horses, but
why would he say no?
no dice.
They're no fuss, no muss. They don't even
They
poop.
are a little bit of a fuss. You have to give them like pills and things every day because they're
They've
mutants.
got
Issues. They're mutants.
They're like
someone bred them to
dogs
be mutants
that
years ago,
have
and that's
problems.
why. Just people don't buy mini horses. I know they seem like a cute, good idea to have for your kids. But your kids outgrow them in like 5 minutes, and the littler the horse is, the longer it lives. So then you're stuck with these little things for like 40 years, and they're completely deformed because they have some sort of dwarfism, and so you have to constantly be pumping them full of pills and chemicals so that they don't crumple.
I really was counting on Uncle Welch to have a horse that I could look at as I drove by, because that way I don't have to have the horse. I can just look at the horse.
Do you want some mini horses?
No.
Nobody wants them. I mean, we love them and we take good care of them. But
my neighbor.
I just don't really.
My neighbor.
No, Ira will kill me if I actually give them away. I always am trying to give them away, but then my kid.
That was a fake out.
My little kid breaks down in tears, and
fake me out.
That's the real reason that I keep them.
I want that collie dog. The collie on 110 that I pass. You know, you come around, you pass the blue trailer, then you pass the next blue trailer. This is coming from the north. And then you go around the bend, and then there's the house that has the collie dog. And if I'm lucky...
The miniature collie dogs or the full-size collie dog?
Big one.
Oh, that is Mert Vesper's collie dog.
I want his dog.
He's nice.
Would he give me
I just figure
he likes
his little dog dad takes him every day for a little ride. Maybe it's a girl, actually. I think it might be a girl.
Who? What? His dog dad? Did you say dad?
Yeah, puts him in his car.
You said that nonchalantly.
Every day for a little ride.
See, I think the dog has a good life, so I'm not going to steal the dog.
It does have a good life.
But it would have a good life with me, too.
I didn't know you like collies. Is this like a Lassie fixation?
Yeah, I think it definitely is. That whole thing.
Just because it's a collie, it's going to like pull you out of a well or something?
Yes.
Well, I don't think all collies... like instinctually
Emily,
pull people out of wells.
It doesn't matter what you think.
What the hell was Little Timmy's problem? Because you know what? If my kid got into that much trouble, kids get into plenty of trouble, but Little Timmy was like looking for it every 5 minutes. Every day he fell in a well or something.
You know what? I don't even remember Timmy.
How dumb is that?
I wasn't even focused on Timmy, talking about guys. I didn't see Timmy. All I saw only had eyes for Lassie.
I understand that, but...
And that's what stuck with me, because Lassie is still with me.
I'm saying, either Timmy was like the dumbest or the most careless kid ever, or like he just didn't learn. Oh, there's that well that I fell in yesterday. I'm going to go fall in it again.
You know, I just need to go back and read Lassie Come Home. I need a good cry.
I feel like
I need to have a good cry. I think that would be the book for me.
I can't deal with any sad animal stories anymore.
How about The Yearling?
God, no.
Bambi?
No.
Come on.
Where the red
it's
fern
good.
is-
It's good to get your emotions
Where the red
flowing
fern
towards
grows,
animals.
those dogs die too, don't
but
they?
feeling things towards animals is safe.
I can't take it. It hurts too much. John has a group of friends that try to do like these movie nights now and then, and we are supposed to rotate around to each other's houses and make a nice dinner and watch some smarty pants artsy film. And sorry,
I love that.
you know how much I love.
Yeah, I know. You hate them. It's okay.
I don't. God, this is what happens when you marry a filmmaker who basically makes and loves smarty pants artsy films.
Yeah.
Although really,
Well,
his
but
last films haven't been very.
he married
artsy.
you. He married you
Yeah,
because
that's
you
right.
have an attitude problem.
Anyway, yeah, that's why people marry other people. I'm so drawn to your attitude
Well, you know
problem.
what? Your attitude problem is very attractive when you first meet somebody. That's kind of what attracts you. It's
Yeah,
funny.
it probably is worn off now. But so we go to this movie night, and the host, who I love dearly, announces that he's picked a movie called Kess, and it's a movie
Kess.
about a little boy growing up in poverty in like some London outskirts weird coal mining town. And he trains and befriends a kestrel, like those hawks, those
I
beautiful.
love this already. I love this.
But I knew it. I knew because this is an artsy
Fly.
crap movie
Let's fly.
that there's going to be a horrific, sad ending, and the kestrel will die. And I said, the bird dies, doesn't it? And he said, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to spoil the ending. Let me spoil the ending for all you people.
No, stop. Stop.
You already know what I'm going to say.
Stop.
It's already spoiled.
Stop.
Don't watch this movie. If you like animals, if you like kestrels,
Stop.
don't watch this movie. Or
Shh.
if you just want to feel like the world is a hopeless, hideous place,
No.
go ahead and watch this
Don't
movie.
say that.
If you just need to wallow in it.
I just know. I just wrote a song. Well, I didn't just write the song. I just finished mixing the song, and one of
Kristina.
the line goes, "Send my heart with the falcon." See, this is all
let's
from
write
Lassie.
a song
This
that
is started with
rewrites
Lassie.
Kess so that it can have a happy ending.
I
and
love
the
that. I'm
kestrel
going to
will-
name my child Kess, but
It's-
I'm not going to have
it was
any more
really-
children.
Okay. All right. God, I wish I wasn't so old and so tired because I just do want some more. I want some more. I love
You can
them.
have as many as you want.
No.
Yes, you can.
I'm going to be 41
You
in,
can
in
get
like
some.
in like a month. I'm going
You
to
don't
be
have
41.
to have them. You just need to
I was
get
kind
them.
of clinging to this 40 because all the time I'm like, so-and-so had a baby at 40. So-and-so had a baby at 40. It's okay. But now I'm about to hit 41. I don't know anyone who had a baby at 41.
Look,
That's like the death year. It'll
wait.
just like burst me open like an alien and
Wait.
I'll die in childbirth and agony.
I just said, I wanted to have another child, and I'm 60.
Well, if you lived in India, it seems like all those world records come from there. I think it's because they have more people than
No,
we do.
it's a metaphor. It's
Some
a metaphor.
7-year-old lady just had a baby there.
It's a metaphor for creation.
Oh, all right.
So we can be creative and make stuff.
You could probably
We
get
can
one.
make stuff that looks like kids.
What kind of stuff looks like kids?
I don't know. My songs.
My dog threw up wicked this morning, and it kind of...
I wanted to tell you
Reminded
about
me of a
cat
kid.
throw up. I had some tips on that.
I feel like, okay, like I expected that when I got cats, there was going to be a lot more throw up involved after talking to you all these years about all your cat throw up.
Yeah.
My cats just don't really, unless they just eat it immediately and I don't see it. Like they just don't seem to throw up.
Oh, I thought you had complained about it last week.
Okay, that's not true. I guess they have thrown up a couple times, but like when I talk to you, it's just like throw up everywhere. And
Don't rub it in.
I'm sorry.
It's not my fault.
No, you know what? My cats are just they're young still. Maybe they haven't reached their peak throw up years like yours have.
No, I'm trying to. If you give them coconut oil and butter and stuff, it helps their digestion. And if you feed them less dry cat food, evidently that is a helpful factor for minimizing that upchuck matter.
All right.
So
when we start to have a problem, I'll have to remember that.
yeah, I
The
have
dog problem was caused by he ate a horse hoof.
Oh, okay.
I knew that was going to happen going down. I was like, buddy, those are just kind of for chewing. I don't think you want to actually swallow that, but anyhow.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to explain to me something. I have this phrase that people use, and I want you to explain to me what it means. Okay?
I'll try.
Crawl to the bottom. You know, people say that.
Is this like referencing? Can you use it in a sentence, please?
People use it in songs and stuff.
Is this like scraping the bottom of the barrel kind of thing? Like
you've
reached the end of your rope? Does it mean like that kind of?
It's the opposite, I guess, of reaching the heights. You crawl to the bottom, but I don't get it. Like, why would you crawl to the bottom?
Crawling is an action that you initiate yourself. Usually, you don't initiate putting yourself at the bottom.
I don't think
I get more of like a claw to the top kind of thing.
Well, see, you don't understand. I think we both have brains that can't comprehend this idea of crawling to the bottom. That's it.
It sounds like somebody who's mired in some sort of pessimism.
Okay.
Which I can be on occasion.
I think there's more to it than that, but I'll go with that.
All right. What's your definition?
I don't know.
Oh. You know what? With those glasses on, just if I cut your face like right where your nose, like where your glasses start, your top half of your head looks just like my Aunt Debby, who's super cute. So,
okay,
but she has glasses that are similar to that.
I'll tell you, if I was called Debbie, I would be a totally different person. I would. I couldn't go through life being called.
Her real name is Deborah
Debbie.
Jane, and we do call her Deborah Jane a lot.
Yeah, no, Debbie is just not a name.
Debbie was like what she was called as a little kid in the 60s.
Yeah, but I am so much not a Debbie.
No, you're not a Debbie.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? You changed my perception of Kristina. You are not a Kristina
What
either.
did you think a Kristina was?
Kristina usually fits in my category of Crystal and Tiffany and those...
Ew.
Sorry, and Stephanie. Like those names. Those names that
kind of
came...
it's so different.
No, those are the names that came out of the very early 80s.
Kristina.
I guess. Here comes the train.
It's coming early today. For me. It's going to pick me up, but I have to do the show. No, I can't go.
Maybe it means we're late and we were supposed to do a song already. Is that what it means?
It's 18.
Oh God, Kristina, we didn't even introduce the show.
We can, but just be quiet for a sec.
All right. I never know where to aim the microphones. If I should aim them toward the train.
I need CPR after that. I need to
You having heart palpitations?
Yes. Just like when I see that dog. I get the same feeling when I see the dog. I see my future. I see dogs. But listen,
I love dogs
here's
so
the feeling. I feel my whole future unfolding before me. And it's a good future.
Maybe your soulmate is really like a train conductor. Are there conductors still? No. What are they? Drivers?
I think that's
brakemen.
Not correct.
Train guys.
No.
And they probably don't even wear the little hats, the little stripy hats anymore.
Yeah, no, let's not go in that direction. I just think that
would be really dorky. I just want to see you walking around holding hands with like a little like rotund guy with like rosy cheeks and a little conductor's hat and some little striped overalls. And have a little shovel over his shoulder.
That's starting to sound better.
I don't know why he has a shovel over his shoulder. For shoveling the coal
I shouldn't be so close.
Shoveling the coal into the steam engine.
I should not be close-minded about it. It's not about what you do. It's about who you are.
I can't see you with a rosy-cheeked, rotund little.
I just don't think somebody like that probably wouldn't like my music.
Don't you have some train songs?
Nope, not one.
All right. Well, scrap that idea. I guess that's not truly your soulmate.
Thanks. That was a big.
It's the train itself.
Wasteful digression.
The train itself you're attracted to, not the train driver.
Look, you're the person who said that we shouldn't be talking about guys, and now you're talking about guys.
Sorry.
In a very fanciful way that is very unhelpful. That is not going to help me find the perfect partner. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to get to the next song, which is called "Bootleg Whiskey."
Is this a Bo song?
No, this is a Stephen Wentworth band.
Oh.
A local band.
That was going to be my second guess.
All right.
Not really, but...
Here we go.
If you drink too much, you'll never dance again. Howe. Well, moonshine made in the mountain, Mama run still. Kids there up in the trees, watching for the feds. Bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey recipe, recipe. Moonshine, gotta drink it from a mason jar. But he only drives at night. Bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey recipe, recipe. There's moonshine, pure grain alcohol. Federal revenue was filled our stills with holes. Took away our whiskey, we were long gone. Bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey, bootleg whiskey recipe, recipe. I said moonshine, pure grain alcohol.
Bootleg whiskey. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Well, I got a whole page of notes on housework. How exciting could that be?
Oh, super.
I think I had so much inertia around housework because I had guests coming and I had totally no interest in cleaning, not at all.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like that. I got to have the whole house clean by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's really not clean.
Yeah. Well, I made some realizations, though, because having to clean, I had some realizations while cleaning.
What?
Well, for example, my sponge mop. Come on, you're not paying attention.
I
am.
I'm trying to look at what I did this week so I can have something a conversation to start after you stop this one. But I'll put it down and we'll talk about sponge mops.
This is going to be so interesting that you're probably going to think of stuff to say because what I'm going to say is my whole life, the technology of sponge mops has not improved at all.
I like the technology of sponge mops.
They're as crappy as they ever have been.
Do you have the kind where the little squeezer unhooks and then presses on it, or do you have the kind where you shove it down like an umbrella and it squeezes it?
Guess what? I have both, and they're both crappy. And they both.
I have never had cause to complain for my sponge mops.
No, I feel like it went backwards. It didn't just stay the same.
Maybe you should just stop this sponge mop business and get one of those rag mop things.
Oh, you mean a dust mop? Because
I mean the kind that look like those dogs.
Yeah, that's like a dust mop. Which
I think of a dust mop as being those long ones with the little short fringes, and then the rag mops having the long, octopus tentacle.
I never learned
fringes.
how to clean from anybody, so I don't know. But I feel like a dust mop.
Too clean. It makes me
but
rebel.
let me just tell you what I think a dust mop is.
All right.
And you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. It's this round thing that gets dust bunny. It goes after the dust bunnies.
Are you talking about like those wool or feathery ones?
No, it's not a feathered duster.
No, but they make these like little poofs of wool on a stick too that we have for dusters.
Those are so stupid.
Yeah, because you can't, like, if you get like spider webs and stuff all gummed up on them, you can't get it off. You have to go outside and...
Yeah, you need to use a broom for that.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing, is that I feel so guilty attacking the spider population in my house because they spend all this time making these beautiful webs, and then I go around, like, who am I to do that? To wreck their
I
work.
don't like spiders, so I kind of am just like, take it outside, girls.
Well, I've been just more vicious about it, but I don't feel good about myself after that. I just don't feel good.
See, I just get rid of most of my cleaning apparatuses, and I use a shop vac for everything, because shop vacs have all these different attachments.
But shop vacs blow all the dust back out into the house.
No, they don't blow it back out, but they do have a blower.
Yes, they do if they're broken, like mine.
Oh, all right.
Okay, and
you can put a sock over that blower.
I just want it to
rubber
work.
band a sock over the blower, and it will catch the majority of whatever it's blowing back out.
Well, anyway, you can never find the attachments to a vacuum, right?
They're supposed to be
you
stuck
can never
to
find
it.
No, they don't stick.
I know. Every time you whack into a dresser or go around a corner, they fall off, and then you just kind of leave them there.
No, it's just a total disaster. The whole thing.
Some people have these central vacuums, and those kind
Not in Vermont.
Yeah, my sister has them. I had them. I had it in my old house.
No, you did not.
Yes,
That's for fancy people.
Well, I never have claimed to be fancy, but it was just easier.
What other house? You haven't had many houses.
My old house.
What house?
My house in
your parents'
in Tunbridge Village.
Your
that
parents'
I used to have before
I
got divorced.
No.
Yes.
Those you can't have that fancy. That's suburban. You can't have suburban vacuuming apparatus.
My sister has it
in a farmhouse.
Not Myra. Her house is made of straw and mud, but my sister Jen is as suburban as you can get in rural Vermont. She has
so
central
confused.
Vac.
Having an identity
central
crisis.
vac is really, really handy because it's basically just like you have a giant shop vac in your basement, and then you have little outlets all over your wall, and you just hook the hose to the outlets and you turn it on, and the giant shop vac keeps all of its mess and blowing down in the basement, but you have the hose up there and you just vacuum from an outlet. It just
seems so complicated.
It's quite easy.
I wish we could just go back to the broom system. Like, you just get one broom and that's it. That's it. Do as much cleaning as you can with that one broom, and that's it. Then stop and do something fun.
And my OCD doesn't really love, like, when you try to put all the little dust onto the dustpan, and there's always that line left over, and you keep
Of course there is.
It stays, and you sweep it again, and there it is still.
Yeah, the whole thing is just designed that way.
God.
It's just to frustrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. I didn't really have anything uplifting to say about it. I'm trying to check my notes. I must have had some, deeper message about this. No.
I was
The only thing I can see is that I love the results of vacuuming, but
yeah,
that's it.
If I was rich, I keep thinking of things that I might actually do if I was rich. I mean, I used to say very humbly and modestly, if I was rich, I wouldn't do anything differently in my life. I would maybe travel a little bit more, and I would have beautiful fresh flowers all the time in my house. But I keep adding to this list. So now I'm just like a crazy spending pig.
What'd you add?
I add functioning cars all the time.
Oh.
All your bills paid all the time.
But that's standard.
But I'm eking into the luxury area. Like, God, wouldn't it be great if somebody else would clean my house? If I was rich.
Yeah.
But of course, these things are all hypothetical. So how much of a greedy pig am I really? I mean,
well, it's good to think about it now, because if it ever happens, you'll be ready.
It's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die as much of a penniless pauper as I am now.
Okay.
It's okay. I've made my peace with it.
Okay.
But I do have to get a new car. This is starting to become this ridiculous.
Well, maybe if you could spell better, you would you'd be able to get, you would rise through the ranks, right?
Of car ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's today's spelling challenge. Ready?
I don't have a pen. I don't even have paper.
Take this pen.
All right, but wait a second.
I wish you'd come here prepared.
I gotta get this. Somebody left a note on Jimmy Buffett. I'm gonna write it on the back.
Okay.
I couldn't be prepared today. It was enough to like get underpants on and get here.
Yeah, I was impressed. Okay. Gubernatorial.
God, why do you have to say this?
Because it's a really tricky one. I stumped over it today. I fell over it as I was writing about having a selfie taken with a gubernatorial candidate last Sunday.
All right, I already give up. I can't.
Did you see my photo with the gubernatorial candidate?
You just stop saying that word. It's just a stupid word. It's like goober, but not.
That's why I'm saying it so much, because it's fun to say. You go ahead. You say it.
I don't want
say it
to.
a few times.
No,
Goober.
Why do they have to change a word that was basically okay?
Gubernatorial, because you couldn't say governor.
Well, no, they should just switch it to a totally. They should just switch it to a different word. Why did they need to add gubernatorial to the end of governor?
I don't know.
Why can't it just be the governing?
I'm so upset by it.
The governing one.
The
governing candidate.
It just makes life harder, which isn't fair.
All right, spell it just so I can laugh at it.
Okay.
G, I got that.
What's the next letter, do you suppose?
Probably an O.
No, it's not like Gomer Pyle.
Fine, U.
Or Goober Peas, no. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm running out of vowels here. What?
No, it's
Kristina.
G-U-B. Sorry. I went off on a tangent of amusing myself.
Goob, okay.
G-U-B-E-R.
Yep.
This is the really confusing part that I have no idea who thought this part
That doesn't need to be there. That's just...
What, the goober part or the
goober.
second? What?
On.
It has to be there. It means it probably means governor in another language.
Why can't it be gubernatorial then?
It should be.
Just
it's more fun this way.
Leave the letters alone.
It makes you think about peanuts, frankly.
Really?
Yes. Okay.
Isn't this the same as like that baby food that has the really cute baby on the cover?
Gerber.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's
all right.
Not at
Finish
all like
spelling
that.
this word. G-U-B-E-R.
And the second half is really cool. It's just notorial.
Yeah,
but you can't say it. You can't say it so easily with the goober attached on the front. So you could say notorial. That would be easy enough. But saying gubernatorial, try that. Going from
I can't. It's just humiliating.
The R sound to the N.
If I had the option to be the governor, I would turn it down just because I didn't want to be the gubernatorial candidate.
Well, I really liked having my selfie taken with the gubernatorial candidate and his daughter, who had an electric guitar, and we looked like she's 3. Mm-hmm. I think she's 3 or 2, and so he put the guitar on her.
Oh yeah, it was like way bigger than her.
Because I was the celebrity.
Oh, there's a burb.
Celebratory. I was the celebratory musician to have the picture taken. With the goober, aren't you going to ask? No, you already know who the gubernatorial.
I do. You're getting a little too much pleasure out of this word.
Okay, it was
the English language is so stupid.
Can we just say who it was?
Yeah.
Just promote him because I think he's a good candidate, despite the fact of his being a gubernatorial candidate. James Ellers. Okay, everybody vote for him. That's the end of that.
The goober to vote for.
Yeah, so our drummer at the gig, she forgot, she left the gig. We played the gig, it all went fine. She left without her drum.
That's like...
Would you leave your drum?
I always wonder at the end of my dance class, there are shoes left over. I'm like, who just walked out of here without shoes on?
I know. Especially in the winter, that's odd.
It really is.
Yeah. But anyway, we got free water at the gig. We didn't sell any CDs,
you know
but...
The whole world should be having free water, Kristina.
I know. And really, you can't expect people to buy CDs when they've already paid to come into the event. I mean, unless they're really nice.
Yeah.
Or unless they love music, like, more than they love themselves.
More than they love money. Somebody posted something on Facebook this week just saying what everybody... They wanted to know what everyone felt the biggest problem in the whole world was. Like, out of all the problems, what's, like, the number one problem in the whole world?
And how did that go?
Oh, lots of people were just saying socialists and stuff like that.
What, like political? They went to the political
Yeah, they went straight
direction.
political.
They didn't say like.
I think probably the problem in the whole world. If you're looking at it from a people angle, it's probably that people love stuff more than they love people. Like, I think that encompasses all the political hoopla, everything. Every bad thing that's ever happened in our world and in our country, almost.
You're talking about
total natural disasters.
You're talking about greed.
It's because people want, stuff, greed, power, money, always ranks in over people.
And this relates to a topic that I thought we should talk about today, which is gossip. Yeah. Because I figured out some things about gossip this morning as I was sitting pondering my cup of coffee. That there's sort of like two different areas, two different camps. You're either like gathering gossip, collecting gossip, so you can tell it,
or you're spewing it.
You're telling it.
Yeah. But you know what? There's also subcategories in the gossip itself. I think I probably like to gossip, but I really do not gossip the gossip that is the hurtful gossip. I love knowing everything that's going on with everybody, and I love talking about it, but I do not tell people's secrets, and I do not tell things that I'm telling just because I'm getting pleasure out of somebody else's pain. But I like to just talk about what everybody's doing all the time with everybody.
Right. I think there's
if it's none of my business.
There's definitely some sort of positives to gossip. Like, sometimes you gossip just so you can understand the world better, the world that you live in.
Well, a lot of people think that all gossip is wrong, and I don't think so. Especially in a small town. God, that's how we know everything. Like, I immediately know what's going on with everybody.
Yeah, but is that then it comes to the definition of gossip? Like, what is gossip? Is it just talking about other people when they're not there? Or is it talking critically about people?
I think a lot of people think that it's talking critically, but I try not to talk critically much.
Like, if you're confused about why somebody did something and you need to talk about it with somebody else, then that's kind of, because you didn't understand why they did what they did, and you need to talk it over with a confidant.
I do that sometimes, but most of my gossip is more along the lines of, oh, did you hear so-and-so is having a baby? Oh my gosh, did you hear this business is closing down? How do you think about that? What are we like?
Right.
It's not like, I heard from so-and-so, and then you say something that's super negative that might not even be true. That's a different kind of gossip.
Well, that's also the step beyond. Like, you can say what the person did, but then if you make some kind of assessment about their moral character,
right,
then that's where gossip starts to turn.
Right.
Starts to turn sour.
I may sometimes say stuff like, oh, did you hear so-and-so are getting divorced? But I do not say, like, did you hear so-and-so are getting divorced? Yeah, I never liked her. Anyway, like, I would say that. No.
Yes,
like, it depends. It depends who I'm talking
that's
to.
Truthful. I wouldn't.
Yes,
didn't
I guess
like
so.
her anyway.
But it depends who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
If it's a person who's going to go and harm somebody with that knowledge, then you don't.
Well, yes, that's discretion. Using discretion, I think you have to have a few confidants. I think where gossip gets you in trouble is if you get a reputation as a gossiper if you do that kind of negative talk with a lot of people that you're not close to.
Right, and I think that's the thing. I don't have a lot of people that I am close to. I have like you and like maybe like 6 other people in my life that I would even gossip with in general, and that's because I already know where the gossip it's not going to like go someplace bad.
Right.
So
plus we've definitely been the victims of gossip.
For sure.
Because there's the people that gossip, that sort of draw gossip out of other people or draw secrets and information out of other people as currency that they can then go, buy their value.
It's like a friendship bartering tool that they use.
Exactly. Or in worst case, they use it as weaponry, to hurt the person in question that they're gossiping about. And I think the first one comes from low self-esteem. Like when you use gossip as currency to increase your own value, that's sort of a problem of self-esteem.
Yeah.
But then if you actually use gossip to cause damage, that's more based on sort of power mongering. people who like to be manipulative and play those types of games. Right?
Yeah, that's yucky. I just like to know what everybody's doing.
That's natural. That's human nature. It's time for a song.
Already?
I think we got some jazz.
We just played one.
I know. Isn't that weird? Let me just see if I'm right. Yeah, it's 11:42. So usually 11:40 is our second song.
All right.
I picked out something by my friend Neil Mazza from Ithaca. It's called Cute. Wow, thanks, Neil. He's good at that. He's such a
Jazz hands.
talent. Jazz hands. Is that a dance thing? Jazz hands?
It's this, when you go at the end of dances.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
That. I did not.
Of course you did.
I know nothing about dancing, except I know a little bit about swing dancing and contra dancing.
Oh, yeah. I remember this now.
Yeah.
You're wearing a necklace today. You look oddly fancy today.
It's because I have purple and green
and your
shirts.
Little tortoise shell
and I have
glasses.
my glasses, and I have this necklace because I wore a sleeveless shirt when I played my gig, and I thought I looked too naked without a necklace on. I thought, you can't just keep going out like this with your ripped pants and your, like,
Those are in style now, though, Kristina.
This distressed?
Yeah, the more distressed, the more
really
expensive
distressed.
they are, I guess.
Okay. Except mine are, I did this. I didn't buy them this way.
I know that you did.
Yeah.
You do in pants faster than anybody I've ever known, actually.
It's because I'm a landscaper.
I know.
That's why.
Do you have one of those little squishy foam knee pads that you're supposed to kneel on in the garden?
No. My knees are still pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a good quote. The quote is, people don't abandon people they love. They abandon people they were using. Just ponder on that one. I kind of like that. Oh, you know what I realized is that we used to have these regular features on the show. Like, we used to talk about where the Schwann's truck was.
But you know what? It sort of died. The Schwann's truck discussions kind of died a natural death when the Schwann's company stopped distributing in our area on Fridays. So, like, usually when we got down here for our show, we had spotted the Schwann's truck somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And now
I
I think they go out on like Tuesdays or some just silly day that
it's so erratic. I mean, how can people deal with just not knowing when their frozen food is going to come?
No, I think the people who order the frozen food know when it's going to come. It's just you and I don't know because we're not part of that world.
We're not in the loop. I feel bad. We used to be.
It's weird though. Every once in a while, when I was a kid, my mom occasionally would get some stuff from the Schwann's truck, and there's something, every once in a while, I get a craving for a certain type of frozen pizza, which is absolutely disgusting that they have.
It's nostalgic.
And this is extra weird. It had little balls, like perfectly round balls of sausage on it, like meatballs. And I don't even eat meat, but just these spicy little sausage balls on it. I just get a weird craving. And occasionally in the grocery store, I will see a frozen pizza that looks kind of similar, and I'll remember
pull.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes we feel that pull to things that we had as children.
I wonder what it means when you had something as a child and it wasn't necessarily pleasant, but you want it again. Like, why do you want to recreate something that maybe wasn't even pleasant? I mean, you just want youth back. You just want memories back. What is it?
Yeah, it's just that feeling of, if I could go back and, redo some stuff.
Yeah.
Or feel some things that I used to feel. Even associated with the feelings that aren't so great are some feelings that are great. Childhood, there was some stuff that didn't feel good. But there was also feelings, like I looked out my window this morning and I looked at sunlight on the grass. And it took me back to being a child again, like how I used to see sunlight on the grass, like what it used to make me feel like. And I looked out the window and I felt it just for the briefest moment. And I stayed there trying to grasp the moment. I tried to grab it. It was like a dream that was moving farther and farther away, receding.
This writer, L.M. Montgomery, who did all the Anna Green Gables books and all of hundreds of others. We've done the series out loud, my kids and I, and right now we're in the Emily of New Moon series, which is I am partial to because the heroine's name is Emily. Yeah. But it's this little girl who loves to write, and she always describes this thing she calls the flash. And it's that, that feeling you get when something just, everything clicks, and it's just the most, you just see something that's just so perfect, and it gives you that little, like, almost tears will spring out, or just that little tingle or something where you feel like you've brushed aside a curtain and you've seen something. You know what I think that is? Behind. She calls it the flash and she tries to describe it, and it's hard to describe. But
my latest thinking on this is that's interdimensionality. That's where the timeline collapses and we can sort of, we have an experience of a different dimension.
Oh.
So I think that because all the dimensions are here, but we don't really always have access to all of them. We're pretty much in 3, the third, physical reality. But I think that's like 5th dimension stuff.
Well, being a writer from the, 1900 or so, she was making it be a little more religious just because it's like the gauze curtain between earth and heaven or whatever.
Right. Which is just
a
language difference. It's actually describing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just we do have developed different language for it as the centuries roll on.
Agreed.
But that's cool. That's very cool. So I finished my album.
Oh my God!
Yesterday.
I meant to ask you about that first thing this morning, and then my brain has gone completely blank.
I know. I felt like last night I walked down
dry.
out of the studio. I got all my mixes onto a hard drive that I'm going to take. I have to take them to a friend's house, to Bob's house, to upload because he has high speed,
fast,
and I couldn't possibly upload my album from my house. But I came downstairs last night and I was like talking to myself in my head, going, okay, you're done. You did that. You accomplished that. You can relax now.
That would be a weird feeling. Yeah, you can't really.
I did feel good. It felt good.
That's awesome.
And then I had to, you have to come up with song order. And that's, I was kind of not looking forward to that because you get so close to yours.
That's an important thing though.
It's very important, but I'd just been listening and listening and listening so much. I didn't want to go back and listen to the mixes and then be critical and have that impulse to go back and change stuff because I'm done. You have to be done at a certain point. So I did sit down and put all the songs into iTunes, and I came up with a great song order, I think.
Oh, good. I always stress over that kind of thing.
Yeah, I did too. But once I got into it, yeah, I think it tells a story that is sort of beyond just the songs themselves. So when you actually step back.
Are you the kind of person who puts them in order like it's an uphill to a crescendo, like a story, like a book, and then you climax and have it.
That's so interesting that you say that.
Or do you do the jig jag, like off on, like a feeling down here, a feeling up here, a feeling down here, a feeling up here. Because
it's totally based on your material. So I had to step back and sort of look at what's the trajectory, which of these songs kind of hang together, want to be together, and what kind of story are they telling?
So I never want to put songs that are like together.
Well, so I know you want them to be different enough that it takes you further along the journey, right?
Well, it's different for me when I'm organizing them because they're not mine. I'm not writing them.
Yeah.
So they're not the same.
Well, and it's for a different purpose.
Right.
In this sense, it has to be sort of emotionally, it has to have logic to it. It has to have emotional logic that carries you through without, like jarring you too much.
Yeah.
It kind of.
Well, sometimes it's good to be jarring.
Well, there is jarring material on this. It's more for me. It's you don't want to get people too depressed.
How about your next album? We make it just ridiculously happy, even though that is not something that you do.
Weird
because you're such a happy person.
I know, but this is something that people have said to me my whole life is can't you write a happy song?
No, but I can't. This is not other people talking to you. This is me, and I know exactly the kind of songs that you do need to write, and they're awesome. But I'm just curious as to what would happen if we took all the joyous parts of you and made music out of it. The problem is. There's not a problem, but the reason that you make the music that you do is because music is healing. Music is healing to you, and it's healing to your listeners. Obviously, the joyous parts of your life don't need healing. So that's why you don't stick them out there all the time. But I just wonder. I'm just curious to see what would happen if you attempted something. I just want to know what that kind of music created by you would do out there in the universe.
Well, it's an interesting suggestion. And I'll consider it. I feel like there's other people that do that kind of music so much better than me. Like I don't
mean we're going to turn you into like some sort of Selena Gomez pop star type. I just mean,
but I'd rather just go dance to happy music.
I guess.
Like that would satisfy me for that part of me, like not to have to create that type of music. Although I'll tell you what, if I could become a drummer, I could do that. I was actually considering that because we've been playing with this drummer.
I'm sure you can drum.
Well, I'd like, I need a few lessons, and I think I
don't
could.
think there's anything you can't actually play.
Well,
probably.
that is joyful. Like drumming for me is very joyful. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do more drumming.
That's cool.
So we have 3 minutes, and
we
still
never introduced our show.
No.
You guys have been listening to 11th Hour Radio, broadcasting live from Royalton Community Radio in South Royalton, Vermont, WFVRLP 96.5. Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe come to you live every Friday at 11 a.m. And if we don't come to you live, we come to you via podcast, maybe later when you've...
Yes, you can listen to any time you want. If you can't catch us on Fridays, you can catch us other times.
11hourradio.com, or you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts or...
iHeartRadio.
Oh, yeah, that
We're
thing.
even going to be on Spotify. I have to figure out how to get the...
God.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. We get
YouTube,
one person that comments about us on YouTube.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I never see these things just because I'm...
Yeah, someday we'll sit down. I'll show you all the things that I know.
We can
gossip.
You just have to teach me the way of all these things when I have time. I always want you to teach me the way so I can take some of the burden of all of our techie crap off of you, but I never have time for you to teach me the way, so the burden falls in your lap.
Well,
forever,
if we just keep doing it long
for
enough.
a little while, evermore.
Things change. We'll see.
Okay.
So I have one last song, which is called Dea, which is...
Not Deo.
No, it's Dea, and it's by my friend Linda, who's a great
Banana Boat
drummer. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's hear the song, and we will see you next week, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
Opening